Like, share, subscribe. This is Jennifer LaFonte.
Okay, I've stayed quiet enough about this, but as most of y'all know, I am a former emergency room nurse, and I was also in the Navy, and those two things are going to come into play when I talk about this. This crap, hydrochloroquine, that they're pushing down people's throats, and Alex Jones, Mr. No Vaccine himself, and No Meds himself, is pushing this, and not only pushing it for, because it was supposed to be for extreme emergency cases, he is now pushing these supplements that are essentially just like it and saying they're totally fine. There's practically no side effects. Really? There's not? Oh, maybe you should tell that to all the veterans that are currently suing hydrochloroquine, well, the brand of it, for what? Well, psychological issues. They committed suicide. Obviously, if they committed suicide, they're not suing, their family is. We have people that are now bipolar, people that have tried to commit suicide. All of these things, not only that, it actually suppresses your immune system. Now tell me, what person in their right mind is trying to fight a virus by suppressing your immune system? That's what they're doing. Especially when you take that prior to, like, if they're going to use that for an emergency situation, like that's the last hope. I mean, I'm like, whatever. But y'all, I've talked to many doctors, and they're saying, this is crazy. They're like, I don't know any doctors that would actually even write a prescription for that, for this situation. It's the most insane thing they've seen in, like, their entire, I mean, I've talked to doctors that are just, like, shocked, y'all. They are shocked. And to see people pushing it, and I see it all the time. People think now it's being hidden. That's what they think. They're like, oh, how come the media isn't talking about hydrochloroquine? Y'all, that's the game. They want you, and I'm not trying to say, oh, they're all trying to kill you. What I'm saying is, it's a dangerous drug. And when you mix money and the medical industry, you're in danger, because a lot of them are not going to be honest. It's a dangerous drug. Do not administer it to yourself. It's not going to boost your immune system. And I don't have a problem saying it likely won't save your life. Not only that, I'm going to tell you what you can do. But not only that, y'all know what that stockpile is really for? It's for the poor people in third world countries that actually do get malaria. But they're taken from their stockpile to give to a bunch of whiny snowflakes that don't even have the dang virus? Are you kidding me? And honestly, it's probably going to kill you. It's going to decrease your immune system. Now, if a doctor prescribes it to you, and that's what you're like, you do that. Whatever. That's on you. That's a decision you need to make. I'm talking about these people that are selling a supplement that's essentially the same thing, and the people that are getting this prescription on the black market and stuff. It's decreasing your immune system. That means you're more susceptible to everything. Pneumonia, flu, friggin' anything. Y'all, I mean, focus. Not everything is, oh, it's against Trump, so it must be good stuff. It's terrible. Okay, so now what can you do to keep your immune system up and essentially not even have to worry about what's going on? Not only that, you've got to stop using antibacterial hand soap. You've got to stop. That antibacterial gel. Stop using it, y'all. I can't believe how often people are using this all day like this. And I explained that to y'all a few months ago. You know, they pulled most of them off the shelves a while back because of the triclosan, and that's in it, that causes cancer. And it gets worse. It doesn't even protect you from most viruses or bacterias. It kills some things on contact, but that's about it. That's why they say use it sparingly and wash your hands. But people aren't doing that. I'm seeing it all day. I don't even have any antibacterial gel. You know what I have? That's all I have. And you know what? This lasts for 5 hours. It's absolutely natural, 100% natural. You put it on your hands and it prevents from getting most things. And when you're boosting your immune system, to boost your immune system so you don't get any of these, 1 or 2 teaspoons of this every day. Pop a few lozenges. Wash your hands with it. It's all natural. It's silver. It's what the elites used to use back in the day. That's where the saying, you came from you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, that's where it came from, because the people that ate with silver spoons always seemed to be healthier. They didn't really know why at that time, but now research has shown that, yeah, that's exactly very well why. But I mean, I can't say anything legally because this is what they're really censoring. They don't want you to know about this because they don't own the rights to it, because it's an independent company. And I know the doctor, I've had him on my channel, and I have a 20% off for you. I mean, in my pinned comments, y'all. That's what you need. You don't need any of this other crap. You don't need it. Especially that antibacterial, y'all. That is actually weakening your immune system because it kills the good bacteria. And that's why they pulled it off the market for so long. And the only step, but then it's like, it was in such high demand, they just went ahead and put it out and said, like, these statements are not, whatever, by the FDA. It's not, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. If you want to protect yourself and your family from whatever, virus, bacteria, whatever, please do yourself a favor and your families. All my family uses this, my kids, and not only that, I put that gel around my nasal passage right there. You can even put the liquid in a humidifier. You can put it in spray bottles, because viruses of any type can live up to 7 weeks in carpet. 7 weeks. But don't live in fear, y'all. You've got this. You can even add that liquid silver to a layer of paint and have no mold growing on your walls. And I can't say it does anything anymore because the FDA. That's why I'm kind of whatever. But they know it works, and that's not their business. They know if they cure people or if they prevent things, then they wouldn't make money. So they don't want to kill you. They want to keep you sick enough that you gotta take their drugs. I know it's a fact. I worked in the emergency. Doctors, we've talked about it, and they're like, oh, I can't wait until my kids get out of college so I can, they're like, things have changed in the last 30 years so much that I can't even handle it anymore. They're like, as soon as my kids get out of college, I'm retiring. I've heard that from so many doctors, because the hoops they have to go through these days and having to bow down to these pharmaceutical companies. But anyway, y'all, do yourself a favor. That's all you need. Stop living in fear. Protect yourself. Your immunity's up. Take some vitamin C too. And roll. Again, the link is in the pinned comments. Go through the information. Don't believe anything you hear. Read it. So, anyway, y'all have a wonderful day. Like, share, and subscribe.
right now in New York City with COVID, we are accepting about 20% of the volume of COVID patients through the city. And so technically, as an ICU doctor, patients will come to the hospital, see someone like my dad. We'll decide if they're sick or not. If they're good enough to go home, they'd never see me. And then if they are sick, then they'll come up to the floor. And then if they're very sick, then that's when someone like myself will get involved. And so my job is to decide which patients need ventilators. And once patients are put on ventilators, how long they have to stay on them, the treatment of these patients. And so my whole long-winded point is that I'm kind of in a unique position to kind of comment on what's going on. But I think the first point I want to make is, why are we having this phone call, or why did I think it was important to have this phone call? I think in the medical community, especially for people on the front lines, there's kind of two thoughts right now about kind of interacting with your family and talking to your family about what's going on. The first is to get angry.